Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Road to Rank 1. Today we'll be going up against a Protoss player of the barcode kind, as happens to be the case most of the time in this series in the first game. Or just happens to be the time most of the time in this series, no matter the game. First game, second game, third game. A lot of barcode Protosses around. I do have to warn you all, I haven't played in a while. I went on a little holiday after the DreamHack Masters Valencia. So I'm still, I'm getting back into it a little bit. But I feel a little faster already than I did earlier this day. So I think I'm going to be just fine. We'll do a quick scout and send over a worker to this assimilator. Not quite sure what my opponent is doing exactly, of course, because we haven't scouted yet. Also note that this is still on the old maps. It makes me just as sad as it makes all of you, trust me. I also wish we already had the new map so I could practice on that while laddering, but instead, whenever I ladder, I have to play on the maps which soon will have no purpose anymore. It feels kind of silly. All tournaments have already switched over to the new maps, yet ladder is now completely useless as a practice tool, or practically useless as a practice tool. Okay, double gate here. Interesting. We see a scout after the second gate as well. Most likely means this isn't max specs. Could be anyone else though, of course. Lots of people love playing this type of opener. And one of the things I really want to pay attention to is the second pylon timing. He's chasing me quite a bit with this worker as well. Interesting to see. Second pylon exactly the same time as my second pylon. Means most likely we're going to see the scout in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ping. Scout appears. That means that he doesn't have anything proxied on the map, most likely. Now, it could still be a pylon proxy on the map. It's just extremely unlikely, and we can actually confirm that by checking the timing of what is happening over here. Seems very fine. I don't think there's a pylon on the map currently. Ooh, he's dealing a lot of damage to my dude, though. It's kind of frustrating to me. He's denying a bit of mining as well. Like I said, I'm not the fastest right now, but I'm trying my best. I really am. Kind of want to scout what's coming out of there. No third pylon on the low ground. Come on, build it, buddy. I know you want to. I want to see if you're building a sentry or not. Does not seem to be the case. We'll play Stalker, Stalker, Sentry, Sentry. Very, kind of a classic build order here. Nothing too crazy. Really nothing too crazy. Also, I'm almost keen on just hiding this worker for a little bit. I could use it to proxy something. Could also use it not to proxy something. Also, please do note that I haven't quite figured out yet what my opponent's starting units are. Can still be adept. That would make life kind of tricky. Kind of difficult. Sentry as a follow-up. Probably want to chrono this once at least, right? I think I do indeed. We'll get one more Stalker, I reckon. Yep, one more Stalker. We skipped the battery for now. It's because I'm not a loser. People that get batteries blindly while opening Stalker, not a huge fan of. Especially given that I've also already chrono boosted once on my warp gate. It's like a double investment into safety. And I don't even like being safe in the first place. I live on the edge. I was considering here doing something like a like scouting with my with my worker, but I decided against it. Instead, we'll be mainly focusing. Ooh, was that an oracle? No, wait, that's real. No, actually, that is real. We know where it's going as well. Oh, that's a real oracle. Holy crap, that's a real oracle. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that means we're just going to proxy a gateway here as well. It's only single, right? Single oracle, I think it was. Yep. Whoa, that's just beautiful. That is just so beautiful right here. Oh, come here, buddy. Yeah, I want you to see that. Loud and clear, my dude. Loud and clear. You two stay here. These two are going back in, of course. Kind of want to just meet him on the map wherever I can. His scouting is extremely poor right now. I'm just continuously building units as well. Oh, here we go. One more shot! Oh my god, are you joking? That's crazy. If I would have gotten that, that would have just been huge for me. Ooh, almost got him there anyway. Wonder if I can chase him up in a little bit. Want a robotics facility as well as a third base at some point. Wonder if I can just not leave anything in my main. No way, he's the balls to go in, right? Yeah, I actually teleported back home as well. Very cool. I did get a little bit supply block. Oh, and we kill that, which is great. I'm supply block again, which is less great. I guess this is going to be the units that we'll have to deal with. We're not completely saturated in our natural, but we're practically completely saturated in our natural. That is often good enough. Let's see if there's a third base going up yet. I'm still believing that there might be something like DTs coming in as well. Oh, well, that dispels that notion. No way he has DTs and Blink done already. If I can cancel this, that would be huge, honestly. I think I have one more gateway of production. We did already use our Guardian Shields, which sucks for me. Poor control. Really want a force field actually here. And that's a cancel, huh? That's very nice. That's super nice, mainly because this will allow me to keep some type of map control. And at the same time, have better eco as well. So I want one more gateway in this case. Yeah, I don't really want to lose these guys. Also killed 2 pylons. So I basically did 300 of damage right now. And what I mean with that is at 300 minerals of damage. I killed 2 pylons and forced to cancel on the Nexus. It's really expensive. Now I also have a major investment here, of course, with these buildings. So that, you know, it cancels each other out. But I'll have an advantage when it comes to the timing of the third base. And I think by a decent margin as well, which is important. I almost feel like I should have moved here a little bit faster. I think I could have done more here already. If I can get one more cancel in, that would be fabulous. Okay, this is truly fabulous. I think I can actually stay here as well. Ooh, maybe I can take this thing out. Don't think he can actually fight me though. No? It seems unlikely that my opponent can fight me at this point. I think I'm going to be a little bit delayed at least with my +1 compared to my opponent, but I have a really fast Immortal at the same time. I'm gonna go up to 8 gates. Might be a waste, honestly. He's not here with his main army. Scares me a little bit as well. Oh, okay, he's just over there. Okay, in that case, I'm not scared whatsoever. I actually almost want to cancel these batteries. Feels like a waste at this point. We'll finish it just for safety's sake, but I don't think it's quite necessary. I'm completely cutting workers at this point, by the way. I went up to 8 gate. Now, you know what? I'll get 2 more workers. So that way I have 5 gas saturation. And because I... oh no, wait, I actually don't need to build these extra. Yeah, it's beautiful when the minerals run out and you can just cut workers because of it. It feels really good. Feels kind of optimized as well. I think one of them is gonna run out soon. Yeah, this one. So then we'll get 2 more workers over here as well. I have a prism on the way already. Moving out on the map as we speak. I think I'm only on 7 gates, right? No, I'm 8. Very cool. Okay, want 1 Archon. Then we're just gonna start moving across the map. Like, we're in such a sick position right now, honestly, that I'd be very surprised if we managed to lose. Oh, that was a great start as well. I just want to blink forward, honestly. So I don't want any of this crap to be too far forward. I think it's pretty important that that isn't the case. Oh my god, beautiful stuff. Just beautiful stuff. That's a weapon of pure Stalker. That means that my opponent is the one on a timer right now. He's just continuously adding more and more Stalkers. My army is going to get better the bigger my army gets. I don't think there's a pylon there yet, so that means I can just wait here for a little while, and I'm really not worried about anything. That's an interesting thing, though, that disruptor. That was very interesting indeed. Kind of want to blink forward again, huh? On top of that thing. It's not quite necessary, perhaps. Almost feel like my Archons are on the wrong side at this point. Come on, Immortal. Keep shooting forward. Guardian Shield gets used as well. No, I want my Immortal to always shoot at Stalkers. Kind of important. I didn't really do that properly. It's going to try and shoot. It's going to miss, absolutely. GG. Well, in this case, no GG. And we get a win. Yeah, it was a pretty easy win after that early game, honestly. I see the Oracle move out, I think, with my first hallucination. And I already have a proxy pile. And at that point, you just add the proxy gate. If I wouldn't have been supply blocked at 62 here, I think I could have attacked with like 3, 4 more, maybe 2 more stalkers. He's just absolutely dead at that point. It's so difficult. Losing the Oracle didn't help either, by the way. If he doesn't lose the Oracle, maybe life is okay. But, I mean, he loses the Oracle and then life is completely not okay. Also, note the risks that my opponent took here, right? Like, playing completely without a robotics facility in this case, after you lose your Oracle, like, that is truly kind of crazy, honestly. So, yeah, I'm glad that I managed to make it work. My opponent was completely dead. My Stalker count is just better. I have like an extra gate. The Forge is also sick. It's like, there's so many decisions here that are really risky, and I kind of understand why my opponent goes for him, but at the same time, you can't take this much risk and then expect not to die against the proxy third gate, which I did have. Yeah, and a win is a win. I think we'll get like 12 points or so. It's like a 6k player. Oh, okay, 11 points, 6.2. Oh, my MR is a little higher than I thought it was. Well, perfect 10 minutes as well in the game. And we'll just immediately queue up the next one. So I'll see you all in game number 2. I think I have the exact same barcode here as I did in the last game. So we kind of know the general range of build orders. Most of the time you have these, you know, these Stargate players. They love sticking with their Stargate the entire time. It wouldn't surprise me if that's going to be the case here as well. Just Stargate all around, and just not a huge fan of it. There's definitely some possibilities to deal some damage against people like this. It's funny, I'm quite keen on proxying often. And I like proxying robos, I like proxying Stargates. Not a huge fan of proxying the third gateway usually, from like a one-base type of position. But against fast Stargate players, the proxy third gate is such a powerful tool that I almost feel like I get abused a little bit by these Stargate players, you know? These Stargate players, they just love doing it. So this time we're actually going to proxy a third gateway. On the map, we'll get it over here maybe. It's a pretty common location for any type of proxy, but yeah, who cares? Often the most common locations are the ones you don't really want to spot, you know, because you're always looking for the weird locations, the ones that don't make any sense. We'll see if that's going to be the case here. So actually, we need a lot of minerals with this build order. We should not be pulling into gas yet. It makes absolutely no sense. We're just pretending to just straight up scout, by the way. Could also build it here, maybe. Don't mind me if I do. Don't mind me if I do. Okay. You know what? We'll just do it here. Kind of a tricky spot. I wonder if he rallies it back, if he can see that or not. Don't think he can. Almost also tempted to just build a second. Another pylon here, but I won't be scouting, so it will be fairly obvious, I think. At least to me it feels like it will be fairly obvious. Like right now he should have figured out like, hey, something weird is going on here. That's not okay. Just going to cancel this probe a couple of times in what I like to call the greatest trick in the book. We're just going to start it and cancel it, start it and cancel it, because you can't really afford it. At least not super easily. Then once he's out, right now he's looking for a scrap. I scouted too fast. He probably believes this to be a fake now. Like, it's such a fast scout. It's either a fake proxy robo or proxy gate. We're just going to stay in the main base. I want to know whether there's a Stargate or not. If there's no Stargate, then he's just playing like Stalker, Stalker, Sentry, Sentry. Or worst case scenario is actually Sentry, Stalker here. Funnily enough. Stalker, Stalker. This is playable. If he follows this up with a... Your warriors have engaged the enemy. If he follows this up with a Stargate, it would be really good for us. Like, legit. Really, really sick. Like, you know, crazy sick. But I have a bad feeling about that. Don't think it's going to happen. It's important that I deny any initial scout as well. And then I kind of want to move out with my first 5 stalkers. Ah, he figured me out. It's kind of a bad scenario, honestly. 2 things I can do right now. Oh, he should not be here. He should absolutely not be here, though. What are you doing, buddy? Maybe I can kill this or no? So I'm up 1 stalker in these trades. Very good start for me, right? Is there any type of battery here? No, there isn't. They want sentry as well, I guess. No battery out here yet. Oh, he completely skipped the battery. That's so greedy. I think there might be a... Oh my god. Is there a Stargate here? Yeah. This felt like a Stargate. I want to build a battery, then I was like, I think I can get that with a fast Stalker warp in. Because his Stargate was so late. I stayed in his main base the entire time. This build is so ridiculously greedy, it actually hurts my head. Like, you're not allowed to be playing like this. Skipping the battery in this case is also just absolutely bonkers in my opinion. So I'm glad that I managed to kill it. See, you feel these people are the Stargate players, and we get 12 more points in the pocket. Wait, it's a different player because I got more points this time. Look at that. Man, I can't count. I thought for sure last time my opponent was like 6 to 60 or so. Oh well. Another PvP, another win. Well, let's play another one. Right, here we are against my good friend Protos Craft, I think he's called. Terran player. I think most people that have a nickname that could be interpreted as whining happen to be Terran. I'm not quite sure if this is a coincidence. It's just something that I've noticed. We'll call it anecdata for now, because it's not like I've written all of them down. But whenever I believe there's someone that has a whiny name about, you know, Protoss Craft or Protoss A move, I believe that majority of those are indeed Terran players. They can't help themselves. They've been playing Terran all their lives. Perhaps to the best. Not to us though. We're gonna be opening up with a... Ooh, actually a build that Neep told me about. So when I was at DreamHack Valencia, Neep shared a little secret with me. And Neep said, hey Kevin, if you just not scout and play core before Nexus, you actually have a pretty okay timed Nexus. And you can have a really high gas count as well. While at the same time also having a quick adapt. Now what is this weak against? It's extremely weak. And he said this. Well, maybe didn't use the word extremely. Maybe very weak. He said something like this. It's very weak against like a proxy barracks over here. And the reason for that is because you just don't have any units. Wait, I didn't want to build my Nexus yet. My bad. Consider this a check for an eBay block then. We'll pop out to see if there's anything there anyway. We get a Nexus, follow this up with a pylon. We actually get a very high gas count. Said your Stargate is actually 3 seconds faster with this build than it would be with a standard gateway scout into a gas Nexus before a core. Ooh, that's a scout that I just saw, 147. Scout came from the middle, so if there's a proxy somewhere, then it's not going to be close to my base. At least I don't think so. We're going to be gambling on that at least a little bit. Open this up with a quick adapt as well. And then we'll get our Stargate over here. Follow this up maybe with a couple of oracles. I actually really like the thought of a couple of oracles in this case. 3 oracles, something like this. It's not something I play very often. 214 on the Stargate timing, by the way. Really nice Stargate timing. It's just so beautiful. It's indeed a little bit faster than I usually would get it. Yeah, you already know that ain't gonna work, buddy. Like, you can just go back home. There's no point. And the beauty of this type of play is I can do 2 things here. I can either try to deny my opponent's scouting, or I can move across the map with these adapts, knowing that my... Ooh, look at that. Knowing that my opponent has a Reaper. I think I might just try to deny scouting a little bit. I want to kill that Reaper, that's for sure. No way he's going to go up here, right? Seems somewhat unlikely. Actually, does seem somewhat unlikely. Just want to check exactly what he's doing though. Just gonna have a quick peek in. So we see a bunker. Single, 2 workers. Hey, how did you get in there, buddy? I really should have killed that, I think. Okay, that's another shot there. Maybe I can move up here. I thought I already started my first. Okay, my first Oracle was already out, actually. That's super useful. 2 more gateways. Ooh, where did you go? Where'd you go? I miss you so. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything here. Ooh. Maybe straight into Cyclone or what? I want to kill this, actually. I want to kill this pretty bad as well. Come on, buddy. Yeah. You're dead. I believe that this is just going to be a straight up attack onto my base. And against something like that, I think it might be wise to get a battery, at least for now. Warp in one stalker here, and we'll get a third base. Which is going to be a little bit delayed, even after this pylon. Just want to make sure that my opponent isn't doing anything too crazy. It's not going to be any type of drop, that's one thing that I do know for sure. And I won't need to send these two bad boys in, at least not anytime soon. I could follow this up with... well, with a lot of things. I wanted to cancel that last second. Don't think I'm gonna need it, honestly. Oh, this is kind of useless. Actually, it's extremely useless. Okay, we're gonna send one of these across the map. I believe there was going to be some type of attack coming my way. So I kind of prepared for that, and now I feel like a bit of an idiot. I really do feel like a bit of an idiot. Don't want to get too many stalkers, I guess. At the same time. One more gate over here as well. Do I want a sentry in this type of scenario? Wonder what he followed it up with. I should have really checked what he was going to follow this up with. A raven. Almost feels weird, honestly. I do want some sentries, don't I? But sentries on this map suck hardcore. I'm still on 3 gas as well, so actually these sentries make no sense whatsoever. Glad I did it. Battery a little forward. So I want vision on these towers, and at the same time I want vision on the bottom side of the map. That really does suck, doesn't it? Okay, we have like 4 of these dudes. Charge is gonna get researched here right now. Also probably want a pylon over here, just to make sure that the stupid raven isn't going to be capable of running around. One way I wouldn't mind if the raven runs around. That means that the stasis wards might actually be somewhat useful. Did just kill one of his own units? I think he might have. I think the raven is flying around, no? I haven't seen it yet, though. Where art thou, Mr. Raven? Okay. See that Viking moving down there? Yep, that's good as well. Ooh, not the greatest blink, I have to admit. Oh my god, but these are some cheeky force fields, no? Actually, kind of beautiful, I have to say it. Really happy with these. I have good map vision as well. No! Don't move into that, thank you very much, good friend. Pretty decent. Not gonna complain about that. I think we're still winning. Just doesn't feel super great in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Okay, maybe we're not winning at all. Okay, maybe we just lost the game. This map is pretty sick, honestly. Yeah, I think we're dead. Good attack. As well by my opponent. Should not be chasing at this point, though. That's the one thing I do know for sure. Come on, I really want to kill this before anything else shows up. Yeah. Maybe we can actually, with like 1 or 2 of these dudes, immortals. It's gonna be real rough, that's for sure. That is gonna be real rough. Okay, a couple of zealots over here at least. Ah! It's not gonna be worth it. We tried our best, but it wasn't quite good enough. Yeah, I think on this map playing for sentries doesn't make that much sense, honestly, like I did here. He also hit a fantastic anti-armor missile. I think I should probably just go into Templar Archives as well. Was this 5 racks? No, it was 3 racks. He had a lot of mines, though. He had legit 8 mines. Yeah, and he just kind of stayed around the mines. I couldn't break in. Should have gone for some type of run bite to pick off reinforcements, I think. Was too keen in just defending this middle area, but it's so hard if you don't get Archons or if you don't get like some type of disruptor out. Eventually these mines just gonna own you. Well, tough luck. It's gonna cost me a solid 35 points, or maybe even 40. 41. Back to 6634. That is going to be it as well for me today. It's been a pleasure serving you all this beautiful Road to Rank 1 episode today. We'll be back tomorrow with a new video, whatever that may be. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thank you, and bye-bye.